Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. I'm going to share with you perspective from 5 different XRP chart analysts in this latest Moon Lambo hot jam. And the theme that I keep seeing from analysts, in no uncertain terms, is that XRP is absolutely going to shock people. And I'm in the camp that agrees with that. You don't need to be a chart analyst to understand this. We are in a bull market. XRP is a cryptocurrency in the cryptocurrency asset class. So if we're going to see expansion, you're going to see an alt season, you better believe XRP is going to be a part of that. It makes no logical sense to think that it would be sitting on the sidelines. I mean, if that were the case, if the market so wanted to abandon XRP, can you please explain to me why for over a decade, its entire existence, XRP has been in the top 10 coins by market cap, and that's despite the SEC attack? No. It doesn't make sense. It's going to absolutely shock the haters out there. And that's going to be a lot of fun. And I think there's going to be a whole lot of see I told you so's, because XRP, it's the dino coin. That's what they're called. It's dead. It's old. Nobody cares about XRP. Except for that's literally not true. And if you look at fundamentals, the actual utility, the actual adoption, that's all going the right direction. And so now that we're in a bull market, don't you think that price might catch up and people are going to get excited and recognize that? I sure as hell think so. But, we're at this point. I mean, one of the analysts, he said this is actually, I think, the exact quote. He said, XRP and ALTS outperform. That's what we can expect here. XRP, and we already saw did you see the recent signs of life when XRP dropped as low as 38 cents recently and then rocketed up to 63 cents roughly? Like about a 67% increase in very short order. Dead coins don't do that. So we're going to have some fun here, and I'm going to share with you some of these latest perspectives. But before going further, I do want to be clear. I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice. And you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. I thought I'd kick off the video by sharing this post because he's right in what he's saying here, and it's kind of funny as a result. There's this post from chart analyst Nick Crypto Crusader, and he says, 2 weeks ago, the bull run was over and the top was in. Today, we are apparently going to $500,000 plus on Bitcoin. Funny how sentiment just floods this space in ridiculous ways. Exactly. And the reason this is happening is, as I've said many times over the years, whatever is happening in crypto, price-wise, in the moment, people have this feeling that it's just going to do that more or less forever. Like that, it's just going to keep doing that, at least indefinitely, right? Which is why when we were moving to the downside, and this included XRP, everybody's super duper negative. It's just going to go lower and lower and lower. Might even see $40,000 Bitcoin or $35,000 Bitcoin. Like I saw stuff like that, right? Well, singing a different tune now, right? Just a couple weeks later. The bull run's not over, all right? Fine, you can get a black swan event and we can all be surprised, but history more or less kind of rhymes with itself. And it's just kind of funny. And it's the same thing with XRP. How the sentiment was that dire, and it's better today. It is better today for Bitcoin and for XRP. And that's just always how it goes, right? Which is why it doesn't make sense when you're seeing negative price action to be fearful. You just ask yourself, do you genuinely believe the crypto pie gets bigger as time passes, even if that means waiting a span of years? Because if you genuinely believe that, doesn't that take away a lot of the scariness of being in the space, don't you think? I sure as hell do. That's a factor to consider. That's one of the reasons that I sleep super easy. I have, when it comes to my investments, I'm super interested in those coins that actually solve problems, because I think that those just aren't going to go away, even, during periods of time where there are major corrections to the downside. And so if the crypto pie is going to get bigger and they're going to stick around because they're useful, like, why would I be fearful? I have no fear of holding XRP. I have excitement holding XRP specifically. It gets more and more useful as time passes. There was also this, though, and not to be a Debbie Downer here, but I found this topic very fascinating. Credible Crypto published a video, and I actually watched it this afternoon, and he's basically making the argument that after this bull run, we're going to see a pullback, the likes of which we've never seen before in the world of crypto. Like he's talking about Bitcoin going sub $15,000. And I'm not going to regurgitate his TA here. I just thought I'd mention this because it's a really interesting topic, and he does a good job defending his position. I don't know if he's right or wrong, but he's warning like it's going to be a major period of consolidation, the likes of which we've never seen before. So this is going to be the last major bull run for a while. And that's kind of the argument that's being made here. And he says that there's precedent for this in the charts, even though it hasn't happened with Bitcoin, it has happened before. I mean, you're talking about the end of the 20s, Great Depression stuff. So we'll see here. And it's interesting, too, because I was also thinking about how the blockchain backer, he's been comparing the price action we've been seeing recently, like even if you're just looking at equities, comparing that to the Great Depression, which sounds scary. So, not to terrify anybody, and I don't know for sure what's going to happen, but it was a really interesting topic. So I just thought, I just at least wanted to mention this, because if he's right, and, you know, a couple years from now we're at the depths of like the most severe bear market we've ever seen, I'll just be like, Credible Crypto called it. Or he could be wrong. I mean, we'll see. I mean, it's about probability of outcomes, and he thinks that this is the most probable, but, you know, we'll find out together. Now, the good news is, even if that happens, like, the crypto pie still, given enough time, will still get bigger. So it's another reason I'm not fearful regardless. I'll continue to earn new money, and I will invest that new money in the stock market and into crypto if things tank. Absolutely. And I'll make sure I stay diversified. But see, that's the reason I want to highlight this, because this is why I just want to articulate, this is a major reason why I don't have fear, because I genuinely believe that the crypto pie is way bigger. Like, if you fast forward a decade from now, it's not even going to be close. So if in the short term, even if that means a span of years, you have to endure great hardship in terms of unrealized losses, so what? Who cares? It doesn't matter. I mean, most of the first few years I held XRP, I was down on that. So what? I dollar cost averaged, and now it's worth a lot more, because my average buying price was, I think, about 25 cents. There's also this post from chart analyst Ali Martinez. The most important support level for Bitcoin is $66,250. If this holds, the chances of reaching new all-time highs increase. And so I just thought I'd highlight that real quick, and then the rest of the video is all XRP stuff. Because we're at the weekly close now, and safely above that, at least at the moment. Now take a look at this. This is from chart analyst Rickus. And here you can see he's charted Bitcoin. He's charted the dominance of others, and the others chart is every cryptocurrency outside of the top 10 coins by market cap. And then he's charted XRP here. And here's what he wrote. Check this out. This is so clear, it hurts. People honestly just have to choose not to see this at this point or think massive coincidence. I have tracked this for more than a year now. Can it deviate or suddenly just not work out? Sure, but I will always take the side of history. Spot on. So what's he talking about there? What does he mean by that? And you probably, if you're looking at the screen, you can probably have a pretty good idea. History rhymes with itself. So you can see this chart going back to, well, it looks like technically the, even into part of 2014. And look at how everything always lines up. Isn't it funny how that works? Is this time different? No, I don't believe that's remotely probable. I mean, look at 2017, though. It's the same thing. Bitcoin, look what happened at the same time. The dominance of others. And so, of course, that means, during the time, of course, Bitcoin dominance was decreasing even as price was going up. XRP just absolutely rocketed. Do you actually think this time is different? Because I sure as hell do not. To me, that doesn't make a damn bit of sense. This is why I'm saying I do buy into the narrative that XRP is going to shock a ton of people. I absolutely buy into that. I mean, unless we're not going to have an actual alt season, but if we're going to, and I do believe that's what's most probable, yes, XRP behaves. It's going to be a part of it. It's doing the same stuff roughly that it has done in the past, and this should instill confidence in all of us. Even though we don't know exactly when it's going to pop, we can tell the moment in history that we're in right this very second. And this is the moment, roughly speaking, right before XRP starts melting faces. That is the moment that we're in right now. I've been running this channel since the end of 2018. And for those of you that have been following me that whole time, you may notice that I don't normally talk like this. I am now because we are in a bull market. Most of the time, most of what it is to be an XRP, to be honest with you, it's sideways and downward price action. That's mostly what it's been. And then you get these big bursts every now and then when you're in a bull market, which is why I don't normally talk like this. But this is the exciting moment right before it starts to go. And so when he's saying here, like, you just have to stick your head in the sand and not see this. That's pretty much where it's at. How can you reasonably deny this? That he's right and this is what's probable. That XRP is absolutely going to go. And pretty much, I think all the analysts that I follow, I can't think of an exception off the top of my head right now, other than, well, there are some analysts that are kind of neutral a little bit, but you know, other than that, all the analysts that I follow, they genuinely believe, of course, XRP is going to go. I can't find analysts that think otherwise. Like even Alessio Restani, which said XRP is likely to go down to 13 cents a few weeks ago. I made a video about this the other day. Even he's somewhat changing his tune on that. And I don't want to go through that again, because I made a whole video highlighting exactly that. But it's just fascinating. You know, you can only find people that say XRP is not going to do well if they have a history of hating XRP because reasons. If you find those biased people, sure, they exist. But if you're not going to find unbiased chart analysts who are good and have a track record of being around for a few years that say XRP is just not going to participate. Those people really just don't exist. Not literally, but I found one, and even he's kind of changing his tune a little bit. Then there was also this. This is from so the post that I just shared with you from Chart Analyst Rickus, that was reposted by Charting Guy, and he's sharing pretty much the same message here. He says, added on Bitcoin dominance and a couple more trend lines. As Rickus said, it's so clear it hurts. Bitcoin price discovery, Bitcoin dominance tops, others dominance bottoms, XRP and alts outperform. Why wouldn't that be the most probable thing? That's how it's always been in the past. Why wouldn't that happen? Why would this time be different? Make the case. I don't see it. It's gonna go. Here's a post from Chart Analyst, the Great Matsby, which is just a fantastic name. I like that. XRP, and this is an XRP USD chart. He says, XRP held support perfectly for the last time. Once the top orange arcs breaks as resistance, which is currently 70 cents, XRP will start to fly. And here you can see also on the lower end, he was noting that most recent retest to the downside, the support held perfectly. And it was interesting because even when XRP cratered on down to 38 cents, it was just kind of a wick, and it was very short-lived there, and it just kind of rocketed to the upside. So the channel that it's in right now, it will not be staying here forever. That's why he says here, quote, once this resistance breaks, XRP will fly, end quote. And again, that level currently, with where we're at in this channel, 70 cents. So let more time pass, and that would come down to whatever degree, depending on how long it takes. But we just have to be patient. Isn't it the coolest thing? Like, in order to achieve your life-changing wealth after you buy stuff, all you have to do is literally nothing. Like, you just wait. Like, it's the coolest damn thing. I love it. Let time do the heavy lifting, right? Let time do it. Here's a post from chart analyst Tommy Jr. Maybe it's Tommy Jr. XRP USD chart. He says, XRP, getting into the slot, the two larger diagonal resistance lines meet here, and over 65 cents, it gets interesting. So that is the level that I keep seeing cited. One of the major levels. And there'll be squabbles from analyst to analyst over whether it's 64 cents, 65, 66 cents. But I keep seeing roughly that cited. And then also 75 cents. So just a couple key levels to watch for. But if XRP does start to break above that one and then ultimately 75, if they're right, you're going to see some really fast moves with XRP. If they're right. And they very well may be. There's also this post from a chart analyst Dom at TraderView2, and he's had this thread that he's just been updating, and I've covered it, dating back to July 13th. I don't want to read the whole thing here, but his most recent update here, just to be brief with this, he noted the following, and this is an XRP USD chart. He said, reaction in this zone, as expected. However, we may need further consolidation here, which would be healthy. Green path, an example. And so he does think that we'll perhaps continue to see a bit of consolidation here. And for those of you who look at the screen, you can see that the squiggles here, roughly the idea that he's thinking, and then ultimately a continuation to the upside. So we have to go sideways a little bit more. Fine, that's fine. It's pretty normal. But it will not stay here. The price of XRP will not stay where it is. It cannot range here, will not range here forever. Eventually, there's going to be a break to the upside or the downside. And we've already seen a pretty notable impulsive move to the upside recently. Do we think that's going to just stop? I mean, if the whole asset class for some black swan reason tanks, fine. But outside of that, I don't think that's remotely probable. Why would it? And again, this isn't something where you need to be a chart guy to understand this. Look historically what happens in these types of moments. It's a move to the upside. Regular Joe Schmoes like me and you, we can understand this. You don't have to be some sort of elite wizard. The regular people like that really can understand these simple concepts. And this is the moment in time we're at. This is why I'm so excited for this. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.